That was great. That was good.
All right, pretty good thing.
You killed it!
In general, this St. George half Ironman course is one of the tougher half Ironman courses certainly in the circuit, but probably in the world as well. Do you know what I love is getting the fastest run of the day just pisses off the top pros, because they look at all the splits and then they go, wait, I didn't get the fastest run, and they're like, Connor Weaver, who the freak is this guy?
Irrelevant to the convo. Connor Weaver, never heard his name in my life, fastest run of the day.
Beautiful course, but very hard. Up and down, undulating, and then with a very difficult climb through Snow Canyon. Honestly, it's time. There's no way Connor's going to make a big transition from Oceanside, which was just a month ago, to today. He's done the things he needed to do, like with his bike fit, changing that up and getting himself into a more aero position. That's going to help him tremendously. But now it's literally building up his bike speed by doing more training.
Ran faster, and I feel way better than I did at Oceanside. If you invested in Connor Weaver stock at the dip, it's already rising. It hasn't spiked, but it's on a gradual rise. It's worth more now than it was 4 weeks ago. Can't wait for the boom. It was a lot of logistics because we check in where the bike run transition is, and then you have to drive all the way out there. And I had to swim, so swim, bike out there, check in my bike, then drive all the way back. It's just a lot.
Long day.
You look like you got some color today, too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about, too. I feel like I'm sunburnt. Because I didn't bring sunscreen. Whose are these?
Guys that meet me at the gate.
If you win the race tomorrow, I'll give you this.
Well, that's a high mark to set for a hat. I'll also win
worth the
a
grind,
lot
man.
of. I could buy like 28,000 of those if I win tomorrow.
Perfect. So the motivation's high. You will perform, period.
I gotta get my shoes on.
I think our baby.
Robin.
Ladies first. It's okay, Ron. It's great.
But, I mean, I don't know. If verbally asked. Oh.
Ice cream's great for you. It's great pre-race fuel. Get some good pre-Ironman calories and, just cheap, quick carbs, some sugars. Aero helmet.
Wait, that's a new one. Where'd you get that one?
Endure 3.
Nothing better than looking like a dork.
Paint you over there. Talking to your daddy's shoes?
I am speed.
Because we can follow you a little bit, and so we'll see what we can do. Obviously, if there's cars behind us, we can't follow you very long.
Swim, I'd like to not be 2 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes behind the leaders. I'd like to be somewhere close to the front pack, off the front pack by like 30 seconds to a minute. And then biking, I'd like to just not bike nearly as bad as last time. Hopefully, I feel like I'll pass quite a few people on the climb, actually.
That'd be great.
And then just have the fastest run of the day. But the key is just not having a terrible bike and just having a decent bike.
Yeah.
It's not as packed. It's not as stacked as Oceanside either.
Oh, it's not?
No. I'll go through like 4 of these on the bike, and 2 on the run. Probably take 1 before I swim. Yeah. When I start my own triathlons, we'll do midday starts.
Midday starts.
Enough of this waking up at 4:45, and then as soon as the sun peeks over the horizon, get in the water! Yeah, I think the mindset going into this race was that with like 3.5 more weeks of training, I have a much better cycling and swimming base under me. So I felt a lot more confident going into the race. And that confidence also was parlayed with the fact that I'd already done 1 half Ironman before this. I was confident coming in, just that I had much more fitness in the swim and the bike. Luckily, it wasn't super windy this morning. The swim can be pretty quick because they do a really good job at marking every 100 meters with buoys. Ready. So, good day. Everything feels good. Feels great. Yeah. So, excited. But yeah, the front wheel I was worried about because it has that wobble. But I was just and it doesn't touch the brake. So I'm like, as long as that doesn't happen, I'm good. Finished getting my wetsuit on.
Let's kill it, buddy. Yeah, man.
And then it was off into the starting chute for the swim with all the other pros. In reality, a 1.2 mile swim is plenty of time, ample time to weed out the true swimmers from the non-true swimmers. So it doesn't matter whether you're right on the line or not. If you're a good swimmer, you're gonna swim ahead of people.
And we are officially underway.
The sun has just barely peeked over the horizon and you're getting into freezing cold water, and when you put your face in, you just get your breath knocked out of you almost immediately. I swam a lot faster than Oceanside too, about 1 minute and 30 seconds faster, so I was overall happy.
Coming out of the water, Connor Weaver, Eduardo Perez.
Still wasn't one of the top swimmers. I came out of the water 37th out of 51 swimmers, but it was a much better swim.
Go, Connor! Come on, buddy! Here we go, baby!
The bike course here in St. George is known as one of the hardest 70.3 bike courses that Ironman offers because it has over 3,200 feet of elevation gain. But with the elevation gain also comes a lot of descent. I think the descent coming into transition 2 was very beneficial for a guy like me that needed a little bit more time to spin out the legs to get ready for a solid run, but it's a lot of climbing.
Bike is where Connor has felt the weakest as far as the 3 different events. And in preparation for St. George, he was blessed to meet a guy named Garrett in Dallas area who is also a triathlete. It helps him to be able to have somebody to push him and also just who's also committed to the sport. And I'm nervous because I know the bike is the hardest part of this St. George event. And as we speak, he's probably climbing up a massive hill. So hopefully he's doing that well.
In the bike last time in Oceanside, he came out pretty far back and ended up passing 20 people. He was kind of late 50s, like 57th, I think he was, when he finished the bike. He's already in about 40th position. At mile 35, we saw him. He's about 40th position on the bike. So he's still pretty far back from the big guys, but he's in a really good spot to then now move up.
Pro Tri News was doing their review of Ironman 7.3 Oceanside, and they go through each discipline and kind of the overall race, and they said,
I mean, irrelevant to the convo because when you swim slow and you bike slow, you run fast. But Connor Weaver, never heard this name in my life, fastest run of the day. We all thought all day it was Matt Hansen, and it was actually Connor Weaver. He ran a 1:10:01, so pretty impressive. But
a 2.5 hour bike split.
And finished behind Taylor Nebb, unfortunately.
my goal for sure is to always have the fastest run in every triathlon that I do. There are some really phenomenal runners within the triathlon world. I was at a really high level in marathon running especially, so definitely try to pick people off one by one. I kept gaining on people and I was a little blown away by the fact that I was running that fast. I think when you're so far behind in the bike, you start losing count of all the people that you're passing. The last few meters heading into the finishing chute, there was still one guy that I knew I could catch, and I passed him. And he goes, "Are you Marathon Man?" And I was like, "That's me." We made that final turn, and I knew there was nobody else ahead of me, and so I got to really enjoy the finishing chute, whereas Oceanside, I didn't get to enjoy the finishing chute at all. I was also really happy to hear that I had the fastest run of the day.
The fastest run? Oh no, someone else way down the field, Connor Weaver.
That was great. That was good.
Finished 15th overall. I was really pleased with that placement.
Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Don't be sad. Oh, it's okay. Hey, it's me. I'm just tired. That's all. All right, bud. Hey, thanks for coming out. Hey, Grandma.
Swim was a 26:07. He came out at 38. His bike was a 2:18. He came out at 44th. His run was a 1:08 first. First in the run and 15th overall, baby.
Your bicycle sucks. But it's getting better.
Yeah, this race was really promising, and I think that it should be intimidating to a lot of my competitors to see a result like that this quickly into my pro race season, just due to the fact that I haven't been biking and swimming for all that long. Being able to dial in my bike better while also simultaneously maintaining my run fitness. I think for the rest of the season I'll be able to maintain my run fitness simply due to the fact that I was logging in a huge amount of miles in purely running last year and then earlier this year. I'd rather just be a great biker and a phenomenal runner, because as long as every triathlon ends in a run, I've got a really good shot at winning.
Ooh. Ran faster, and I feel way better than I did at Oceanside. So that's a great sign. I thought I was gonna die after Oceanside. I think I'm in the process of dialing. It's not dialed in yet. The thing is people are giving me hope That's the last thing you want, is for a Connor Weaver with hope. If I've got hope, it's only going to inspire me to work harder. And if I work harder, I'm going to start winning these things. It's just a matter of time.
Am the reason why he is who he is. Without me, he is nothing. Simple as that.
How does it feel to be married to the top runner in Ironman?
Amazing. It is amazing. I'm amazed. That's actually the only reason I married him. I knew he had that potential.